World Cup of Powerlifting. The bench press competition has been completed. Standings at the moment find Zetolowski has widened his margin over Dave Kege, and Andy Kerr has closed in a little bit as well.
You know, those standings don't really reflect the true strength of the American team. As you know, Merlin, we mentioned before, our best super heavyweights have stayed at home. But at the same time, Dave is lifting better than he's ever lifted in his life. Here he's taking a go at 760 pounds. He's already made 727 rather easily. And this 760 should come up with pretty good power. Good, smooth, next to the shins on the good lockout, okay.
Can he handle much more, Larry?
I don't think too much more, Merlin. He's right at the end, I think.
I think Mrs. Kege agrees. She's got her head shaking over there on the side. Andy Kerr has really been a surprise in this competition, hasn't he, Larry?
Yes, he has, and the real surprise comes on this lift, because if he pulls it, he'll tie Dave Kege's total. But he'll win second place because he's lighter than Dave is. So we got something here. Of course, Dave has another attempt, but so does Andy after this. This is 777. This will tie Dave Kege, but it will put Andy into second place. He looked real strong on that first attempt.
Isn't he hooking his thumb into there?
Yeah, this sets up for a much better grip, something to hold as you pull. Look at that strong lift, right through. Great lift.
Very solid lift. Now, what does that force Kege to do now, Larry?
Well, he's either got to take the same weight or more, but he's got to make his next lift or he'll wind up in third place.
Well, here comes Steve Zetolowski, and they have moved the bar up. More the pressure's on Kege now.
That's right. He's decided to go even higher than what Kerr lifted. This is 782. This is Steve's third and final attempt. He's never made this weight before, but he's got the competition pretty much wrapped up, so he's going to try some personal records here.
That makes it difficult, doesn't it? It takes some of the motivation out of the lift, doesn't it, Larry?
Yeah, it does, because he's won, he knows it, but maybe the crowd will help him. No, just really didn't want it.
Well, we certainly should take our hats off to Steve Zetolowski. Even though he didn't pull 782 on that deadlift, he has lifted over a ton in total today, 2,087 pounds. And now, Dave Kege and the Drama Bills, it's a battle for second place.
If he doesn't pull this, he's in third place. This is 782. He's never pulled this weight before in his life. It'll be a personal high. In fact, he's already made a personal total high. But he needs this for second place.
Larry, the strategy side of powerlifting becomes evident here as Dave Kege chose to pass the 777 weight to go to 782. Why?
Well, it's because it'll force Andy now to go to 800 if Dave makes this. And I think Dave doesn't think Andy can pull that much today.
Well, it's really an all or nothing situation.
That's right. He's either got to pull this and get second place or miss it and wind up in third place.
Well, it's then the most important lift of the day for Dave Kege.
Come on, get up on the... Oh. He gave it his best shot. It would have been another personal record for him.
Instead of a personal record, it's a third place finish for Dave Kege. Let's go back and look at that lift again, and let's look at the emotional effect it has on Mrs. Kege in the lower right-hand corner.
The lift is really perfect, actually. It's on the shins like it should be. It's just too heavy today.
And it's apparent that the emotional strain carries far beyond the lifting platform as you watch the impact on Mrs. Kege. A strain that is obvious in all of the U.S. competitors, and the fact that we have not had many medals. I have to ask you a question, Larry. If our best lifters were here for this competition, how much different would the outcome have been?
Well, you probably would have seen in the super heavyweight class about a 2,300 plus pound total.
And what about in the other weight categories, Larry?
Well, for sure, we would have seen a lot more gold medals than we've seen today.
Well, let's not take away from the competitors who have done so well today. People like Andy Kerr. Andy has 810 pounds on that bar. That would be a new European record, obviously a new personal record.
I really think it's just a token lift for effect. I don't think he's strong enough yet to get this, but I think he'll make it sooner or later. A little bit too much today.
Well, a very positive response from the British crowd, and George Liggett, the coach, they're happy. They've swept every weight category except the crown in the heavyweight division, which went to Clay Patterson. We've really seen some exciting international competition here in the first.
Third place today for the United States. Dave, the British were very tough today. What do you think?
Well, I lifted the best I could possibly lift, and it's a personal record for me, so I take my hat off to him.
Dave, go get your award. There are the final standings. And Merlin, I'm looking forward to coming back next year.